Torres here with the next video on my Convicts Anonymous platform. Oh my God, these videos, they are, ugh, can you even see me? It's so grainy. It's starting to get dark. It's still storming outside and my internet sucks. But I just got a text that the new laptop that I got is ready for pickup. So maybe the next video you see me, I will look a lot clearer. Okay, so let's get started. So today I want to talk about your first correspondence with your prison pen pal, whether it be a letter or an email. Okay. Um, my personal opinion. Let's say you're just looking. Well, I'm going to go right to it. You're interested in this guy for more than a friend in your mind that you're hoping something will evolve. Okay. Um, keep it basic. Don't go straight for it. I'm divorced, I'm lonely, I'm looking for another. No, no, no. Because I'll tell you what, when you do that, you scream, sucker. You get a hold of the wrong inmate, he's going to take that and run with it. Okay. And he's going to really take advantage of you and manipulate you. So you want to appear at first, at least you're getting to know them. You want to appear sure of yourself. You want to appear confident. You want to make sure that whoever you're writing to doesn't think that you're going to, be easy to take advantage of. Again, they call them convicts for a reason. Okay. I love them, but I got to speak the truth. Okay. So keep it basic. Just introduce yourself. Don't talk about where you work, just, what you do for a living, maybe, things that you like. Just keep it very basic. If you want to send a picture, I guess that's okay. Just nothing too provocative. You don't want to send that message, at least right away. I think, so all my different all my different ex-husbands that were convicts, because there were four, I think four. I met them in different ways, but the one that I currently still talk to, he gets out in 2 years. He's been in for over 30. When I wrote to him the first time, because they didn't have email back then in the 90s, okay, for inmates, I did send a picture, but it was a picture of me, and I actually worked with exotic animals back then. So it was a picture of me and my bobcat. Or he was a lynx, excuse me. No, he was a bobcat. So here I am. I'm in jeans and a t-shirt and boots, work boots. And I'm sitting there with my bobcat. It was an interesting picture, caught his attention. But, I just kept it basic. What I do, I work with animals. I run an animal rescue. At the time I lived in California. And that was it. So the tell-all is going to be what they write back to you. Now, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you a little secret. When I first wrote to my first inmates, I wrote to two at the same time. Whatever. One was in Florida, one was in California. They didn't know. They were both really cute on their pictures. Actually, one is the guy on the FBI Most Wanted poster at the beginning of this. Okay. The other one kind of looked like a vampire. Ooh, with a slicked back hair. Anyways, I wrote to both. Okay. They both wrote me back. Now, at a glance, the guy on the FBI Most Wanted poster, oh my God, his penmanship was horrible. Like, it was like scribble. And like, I had to like turn the page because he wrote in like circles and he ran out of room. And I'm like, oh my God, this guy is like Magilla Gorilla. Like this big, like you could tell he was like this like beast. He's like scratching things out and, not the best grammar in the world. And then the vampire. Beautiful penmanship. Beautiful. His letter was practically poetry. He was so well spoken. And I'm like, huh. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to play this out. Now, mind you, I wasn't looking for love. I was just looking for friendship at the time because I had just come out of a long 12-year relationship. I was like not even about to fall in love again. So this was for friendship. Um, but here's what kind of changed the course of things. After the first couple of letters, like the the guy who wrote Scribble Scrabble, okay, his letters were, even though they were a little primitive, they were fun. They were really innocent in a way. Talked about things that he's done. He was seemed to be very honest because the stuff he wrote, I'm like, dude, you don't got to spill the beans right now. I don't even know you. Okay. Um, Never asked me for anything. The vampire, I would say after a few letters, I get this form in the envelope. And it was for not the commissary, but some of the prisons have specific catalogs they can order things out of, clothing, you know, certain items. He needed to order some socks. He said, "Hey, I have money in my inmate account, but I can't pay directly to this catalog. It has to be someone on the outside," which was true. I don't have anybody to ask. Can you pay it and I'll send you the money? Now, mind you, it wasn't just socks, excuse me, my bad. It was socks and other items. It was $300 worth of stuff. And I'm like, you want me to? Yeah, no, no. Now, we'll get into this much later on. Turned out he wasn't telling a lie. He honestly did need that stuff and he did have the money. But I don't want to give you a spoiler alert on who he was and what happened. But it was a turnoff for me. So I'm like, Mr. Beautiful, well spoken, beautiful penmanship, intelligent, or the beast from the East. I went for the beast from the East. He just, even though he was raw and just not very smart, he knows I say that about him all the time. That's who I wrote. So, where I'm going with this story, if very quickly they start asking you for things, I mean, it could be um, something as simple as, "Hey, when you can come visit me?" Whoa, slow your roll there, buddy. Okay, even though it's kind of harmless because you're in a prison, and there's people around you, and to order you things, big red flag, big red flag. Now, I'm not saying I don't help my ex-husband now, but if you're getting this in the beginning, no, no. Um, if they ask to speak on the phone, I probably wouldn't be opposed to that. And you do have to set up an account at one of the websites that I talked about in my former episode. But to go over that again, is that the different states and the different facilities have these secure websites that are for inmates where you set up an account. It's free, it's secure, they don't get your information, and you put money on a phone account. Okay. Now, that's completely up to you. It's not that expensive anymore. Back in my day, back when I first started writing these guys and calling them, oh yeah, it was the old, do you accept a collect call? And you paid for it through like your phone company. I think my first phone bill was $900 for the month. Ugh. Now they have companies that regulate prison calls, and it's super, super, super inexpensive. So it's not too bad. Um, I think GTL is the biggest phone company for the prison system, and I think it's like 30 cents or something for like an entire half an hour. It's really cheap. It's really cheap. Don't quote me on that. but I will get you the rates. So if he wants to talk on the phone, or she wants to talk on the phone, no harm, no foul. You can set up an account through whatever website that your inmate will tell you, and you just put a little bit of money on a phone account, and then they can call you. So that would be probably as far as I would take it, until you get to know them more. Phone calls. On the phone, if they start asking you for things, even things that don't cost money, as in phone sex. If you're getting that right away, no. That's someone who does not respect you at all and is not interested in you for the right reasons. Again, that's why I went from with the beast from the east. He didn't ask me for money. He didn't ask for any of that stuff. At least for a long time. Until we got married. Okay? So that is my advice for your first letter or email, what to expect, what to look out for. Advice from someone who's been around for over 35-ish, 40-ish years doing this. All right, guys, it's starting to get really dark. I know you can't really tell through my window, but it is. It is. And so I'm starting to get more fuzzy. All right. Follow me and all prison stuff on my Patreon platform, patreon.com/convictsanonymous. Okay? Until we meet again.